Hi, my name is Shruti. I'm from Tenvic. I'm just going to use one slide, right, today. So, any guesses why you chose the name Tenvic? Quite a few people seem to know that. Okay. So it is Anil Kumble's 10 wickets in 1 innings, right? So I'm going to just be using this one slide. So and you can interrupt me if you have any questions in any point in time. We came into being in 2011, and we have 3 founders: Anil Kumble, Dinesh Kumble, and Vasant Bharadwaj. Everybody knows Anil Kumble. He is India's former Test captain. He is also the president of the KSCA currently. Dinesh is one of the country's leading photographers. He's also a founder of Crab Media, which is a publication company. Vasant Bharadwaj was India's junior national champion in table tennis in the late 80s, early 90s. He's also on board. So what is the idea behind Tenvic? The idea behind Tenvic was to create a sporting ecosystem, make sports a way of life in our country. Sports is very sporadic in India. It's not something that our culture actually teaches us to go about. So the idea was, one, to make sport formal and structured, and the way to get to that was to go to the grassroots. So that's where we started. And the other thing that we wanted to do was to draw a lot of learning from sport. Sport has a number of examples of leadership, of decision making, of working under pressure. So take all these learnings and take it to the mass, to corporates, to kids, the whole bunch of things. So as you can see, we work in these 4 lines of business. So starting with the grassroots. So with the grassroots, we work in 4 disciplines of sport: table tennis, badminton, chess, and cricket. How we go about this is that we collaborate with schools. We take our program to them, and children enroll into our program. How we do it is we hire our own coaches, we train them, and we deploy them in the schools. We also have content that we've created. To help us in creating this content, we have been people, for example, in cricket it's been VVS Lakshman. In table tennis it's been Achanta Sharad Kamal. Achanta Sharad Kamal is India's #1 table tennis player. Prakash Padkone has helped us in creating the content for badminton, and D.V. Prasad for chess. D.V. Prasad is a grandmaster from India. So that's how we go about the grassroots sports business. So currently we are in about 30 schools in the country. We have focused in the south and in the NCR regions. We are in a bunch of group schools like the Velamal group schools and the KLE group schools. That's about the grassroots sports. Any questions?
You can just go ahead and take later.
All right. So the next vertical is lessons from sport. We draw all the lessons that you can take from sport, starting with leadership, like I said, decision making, like I said, also attitude management, dealing with pressure, managing a whole bunch of stars. Imagine Anil Kumble, captain of the Indian Test team, with Rahul Dravid, with Sachin Tendulkar, with Harbhajan Singh. Each of them being stars in their own right. We draw all these lessons and we develop leadership development programs for corporates. Okay. So our customers on this vertical are threefold. So we create leadership development programs for corporates. We also have designed programs in schools. We take lessons from sport to schools to children, wherein we meet class 8, class 9 and class 10 children. Okay? We do soft skills for them, we do grooming for them, and we also do some amount of leadership for the kids. With the corporates, the different kind of engagement we have a one-off engagement kind of activity wherein we say we address a group of 100 plus audience when we do a motivational talk kind of engagement for the thing. So we bring in sporting icons like Anil Kumble or Venkatesh Prasad or Jagadesh Srinath or Mahesh Bhupati, Somdev Devarman. We have about 20 athletes that we work with in taking them to corporates. Apart from this, we also do some very serious stuff. We do long-run workshops, 2-day workshops. Like for example, the one that we're doing this September 8th and 9th. This is a pure leadership workshop, 2 days, 4 sessions. The methodology is purely case study based. So it's a sporting case study wherein we draw parallels to the corporate world. To create the conceptual framework for these things. So on one side we have the whole fun and sport part of it. On the other side there has to be serious learning from it. So to help us create this conceptual framework, we have in-house experts. Person in Hari Iyer who has an Excel background is also a PhD. We also work with IMD professors in creating this conceptual framework. So that's one, and what we also do in corporates is do a long-run 6 months program, helping them, say, making smart managers out of a group of them. So those are the kind of requests that come to us. The third kind of people we address in this vertical are professional sportsmen. We provide mentoring for them. Mentoring in the sense we do mental stress management. We have in-house behavioral psychologists who speak to them. So we've been in an engagement with the Indian RCB, the junior Indian RCB players, and with the top 10 junior national table tennis players in the country. So that's the kind of engagement that we have in the lessons from sport vertical. The third being branding and sport. We are not an agency, so we don't manage any players, apart from Anil Kumble, of course. So the deal is this, there are only a limited way. People think there are only limited means of reaching out to customers through sport, and so they think that the only way to do it is to hire Sachin Tenvic for Canon, and use him as a brand ambassador. So what we are saying is that we find other ways of reaching out to your customers. So we say we'll align sport with your brand, and we create campaigns online or offline or even just events, to align sport with your brand and take it out to customers. What we also do is research on brand associations with sport. We just entered into this fourth vertical of retail. I don't want to give you too many details and give you wrong information. So in case you have any questions about it, you can email me. So that's about it. Do you have any questions?